World at Christmas seriously looks like it's straight out of a holiday postcard. But not everything is worth the holiday price tag or your precious time. I let you know what shows, parties, and parks are actually worth it for the Christmas season. I'm Juliet. The channel here is all about tips and reviews for fandom adventures around the globe. But today we're not going to waste any time because there is so much to talk about when it comes to Disney World Christmas. First up, let's talk holiday parties. I wanted to jump straight into talking about the Christmas parties at Disney World because I think on the is it worth it? Should I skip it? Should I not for your trip? This is a major decision and frankly a major cost too. You've got two options for holiday parties. One is Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party that happens at Magic Kingdom, and then the other is Jollywood Nights, which is held over at Hollywood Studios. Both of these parties will run you 5 hours and they do offer you a whole host of different experiences that you can't see otherwise in the park. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party tops out at $229 per ticket. For Jollywood Nights, it's a little bit cheaper. The top end price for this one is $199. Though both of them are cheaper if you go earlier in the Christmas season. Main real differentiator between these two events is the fact that Jollywood Nights is definitely aimed more for adults. People often come in cocktail dresses. I've worn full cocktail dresses to the park before for this event. It has kind of more of like an old Hollywood glitzy vibe. Frankly, there's more of a focus on drinking here. There's a lot more alcoholic cocktail options. And a lot of the entertainment, it does feel like it's a little bit more oriented toward older guests. Not saying it's like inappropriate for kids or anything like that. Mickey's Very Merry, on the other hand, is totally a slam dunk for family and kids. This has been honed over many, many years of Mickey's Very Merry Christmas parties happening before. There's a massive Christmas parade that comes with this. You have the opportunity to meet Santa. You can go on cookie trails, meaning you can get a variety of different cookies and hot drinks. This is a fun evening. It's definitely a family-friendly evening too. Now, Mickey's Very Merry, this is an event that's been going for so many years. It's been honed, it's been refined, and there's so much going on in this evening that it's a pretty easy yes to this is worthwhile including on your holiday vacation. I would be really sad if I rolled up to Disney World for Christmas and didn't get to see the Christmas fireworks or a giant Christmas parade. If either of those events, the fireworks or the parade, sound like a must for you, it's gonna be a pretty clear yes. Mickey's Very Merry is definitely worth it. Jollywood Nights, as much as I honestly do really enjoy going to Jollywood Nights, is still kind of unproven in the Christmas party event sphere. This is only run for 2 years before this one. The first year it kind of came out and there was definitely not enough going on at the event itself. There was a lot of clear feedback of like, hey, we kind of expect more. It was improved for last year. 2025, we're gonna see how much better this event has actually gotten. But it still doesn't feel like it's really baked into the core DNA of things you have to do at Disney World for Christmas. I'd say for Jollywood Nights, unless you're an adult coming or you're particularly excited by that old Hollywood cocktail party kind of soiree vibe, Jollywood Nights, probably skippable if you're looking for a place to cut your budget in 2025 vacation visit. If you're planning on going to either of these parties, my one big pro tip for you, I always make sure I try to not jam pack a lot into that party day, at least in the morning, because you're gonna be out very late. And then for me, 5 hours of running around the park that feels like it's absolutely like kind of at a blistering pace. Yeah, you're not gonna wanna have done like 30,000 steps at Magic Kingdom earlier in the day. So don't go too hard in the paint before your party starts. All right, now let's talk seasonal decor. So it's funny, you might think that every park is spectacularly decorated at Disney World for Christmas. Well, there are some clear differences when it comes to park. So the absolute runaway winner for holiday decor, I'd say is an absolute must. You can't skip Magic Kingdom, okay? This has the big giant Christmas tree, the wreaths on Main Street. It just looks spectacular. And you're honestly gonna find far and away the most Christmas decor throughout the entire park at Magic Kingdom. Now, the best park for seeing holiday decor at nighttime might surprise you, but for me, it is very clearly Animal Kingdom. And I know you might be sitting there and you're thinking, Juliet, is a holiday decor really that great at Animal Kingdom? That doesn't seem like a supernatural pairing for me. The main area here just looks so spectacular at nighttime. The lanterns here, there is something so magical about being in this area. And I also just love the Christmas decor at Animal Kingdom because it is so imaginative. It all fits so naturally into the theme, but it's not really gonna be like Christmas decor you've probably seen anywhere else. Now, in terms of the parks that kind of come in the bottom 50% for decorations, as much as I love Hollywood Studios, the decor here, it doesn't seep as deep into the park itself. So where you are gonna see great Christmas decorations is gonna be the main drag when you first come in. You'll see fantastic decorations in Sunset Boulevard and then also over at Echo Lake, but it's kind of not gonna leach into all the different areas of the park. So Yes, worth seeing, but just kind of limit your expectations here. This is not going to be a place where you're going to see tinsel hanging from absolutely every twist and turn. The bottom of the list for holiday decor definitely goes to EPCOT. As much as it breaks my heart because I am an EPCOT girly, Future World is really not going to have any Christmas decorations what to speak of. And World Showcase, it's going to be pretty thin over there as well. World Showcase, there will be some, including a really magnificent Christmas tree. And some of the countries will have their own Christmas decorations, but this is definitely the park that is the most sparse on holiday decor. And the other super important note about EPCOT decorations, they won't be coming up until November 28th. That's mainly because there'll be the Food and Wine Festival still running all the way through the 22nd. So know that if you're planning a visit in November, you're likely gonna miss pretty much all the EPCOT decorations too. So it also comes in last for timeline. Number 3, let's dig into seasonal entertainment. So let's start out first by talking about EPCOT's real signature entertainment event for the season, which is Candlelight Processional. So this is a show that has been going on at EPCOT for many, many years. It has a giant choir that comes along with it and a host of celebrity presenters. Definitely, again, something that's in like the DNA of Disney World Christmas. The other thing about this show is that it is definitely an extremely spiritual show. For me, I almost kind of feel like I'm sitting in church when I'm watching it. So I think this is worth knowing if you're someone who's maybe not a spiritual person. There's a chance watching the show it could kind of feel a little bit out of place in a theme park for you, or maybe catch you a little bit off guard. The music is always wonderful. The celebrity presenters are often really, really entertaining. Last year I saw Josh Gad and he was super, super funny. That being said, the Candlelight Processional is definitely one of the more time-consuming shows that you can see at Disney World for Christmas because these seats go really fast. You will have to probably line up for the show at least an hour ahead of time or take advantage of some of the dining packages. Even with them, that still means you need to arrive early to get a good seat. I think the big question on this one is, how do you feel about the idea of being in a more kind of spiritual Christmas celebration? If you're excited by that, this one's probably worth it. If not, you can probably skip it. Other EPCOT holiday entertainment, you got the chance to meet Santa Claus all around the world, and you can also catch some new live music with the Festival of Holidays. Santa Claus, you can meet him in each of the different countries. It's kind of cool because you get to see what each country's representation of Santa Claus looks like. And the Festival of Holidays entertainment, this will rotate just depending on the day or stage. Both of these are fun and cool entertainment offerings. They won't require much time commitment. You can kind of just roll up and see them, which is nice. They're worth seeing if you're already at EPCOT. I definitely would not call either of them destination worthy. So just plan a couple minutes for both of these. Heading over to Animal Kingdom. The other main Animal Kingdom entertainment offering is the Tree of Life Awakening show. This is a projection show that happens a couple times throughout the night on the Tree of Life. And honestly, as much as I love Animal Kingdom and I want to love this show, it's just okay. Kind of on the short side, there is some kind of story that happens here. I almost never really fully understand it. Another one we'll put in the bucket of, if you're in the park already and you're planning to be there for close, it's worth seeing. I wouldn't plan a late night evening at Animal Kingdom just to catch this though. Heading over to Magic Kingdom, the Frozen Holiday Surprise is absolutely chef's kiss. One of my favorite things to do with the Christmas season too. There'll be a couple showtimes you can watch this during the night. This is not just a Mickey's Very Merry Party exclusive. This is a stage show that happens in front of the castle. Elsa comes out, she's looking her diva-y self in her winter gear. There's fireworks, there's magical effects on the castle. This is not a super long show, but this one definitely ranks as a must. Last up on the entertainment, let's take a look at Hollywood Studios. So the show called Sunset's Greetings is this projection show that happens on the Tower of Terror. This is so cool. It will happen several times throughout the night, and the main really neat part of it is the snow that actually rains down on all the Sunset Boulevard, you know, in the middle of Florida. Very magical. Absolutely, I would say this one's worth adding to your schedule. On the less worth it side, there's a Frozen sing-along show that's normally a part of Hollywood Studios. At the holidays, this gets a special finale where Olaf comes out and does a little more Christmas magical stuff. It's a very short add-on to the show. If you weren't planning on already experiencing this attraction, this one's a skip. Number 4 is the holiday character meets. So the fun part about the holiday season is everybody gets dressed up in their wintry best, and that happens for characters across all the parks. It is very cool to see all the characters dressed up. Character meets, I would put this in the, it's kind of a personal decision. Some people have kids and like character meets are an absolute must. Some people are adults and they love meeting characters. Other people are like, heck no, you couldn't get me anywhere near a Disney World character, Christmas scarf on them or not. If you're locked in and excited about doing the character meets, some great options for you. One of my favorites is the Merry Menagerie that happens at Animal Kingdom. I'm gonna say, please do this, okay? Even if you're not like a big character meet person, I'm gonna pick just one for you, and it is this. At the entrance to Animal Kingdom, there are tons of puppeteers around with these stunning wooden puppets. There's small ones, there's big ones. You can interact with them, you can pet them. One of the coolest character meets out. You absolutely have to add this to your holiday bucket list, okay? Another option at Animal Kingdom is the Adventurers Outpost. Mickey and Minnie will be there and they'll be dressed up in their wintry explorer gear. This is a fun character meet option and typically doesn't have as long a line as some of the other parks where you can meet Mickey and Minnie. And then of course, the holidays wouldn't be complete without Santa Claus. Your best option for meeting Santa Claus this year, if you're not doing a holiday party, is to meet him at EPCOT. So the traditional American Santa Claus, you know, the red, white, jolly suit, we'll be doing character meets that are the more one-on-one traditional character meet experiences at Communicore Plaza. On the worth it, not scale, the Merry Menagerie, you're locked in, okay? You're gonna go see this for me. But on the other character meets, that's totally a personal decision. Number 5, seasonal food. So I know that you might be expecting coming to Disney World and just to be like, rained upon with tons of Disney World Christmas snacks. Here's the thing that might actually catch you off guard. A lot of these special holiday food is tied to those parties that I mentioned earlier. So a lot of the Christmas snacks at Magic Kingdom, you can only get during Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, or you can only get at Jollywood Nights at Hollywood Studios. That being said, there are still seasonal snack options that are gonna be available for you around the parks. The bakery cases are gonna be loaded up with seasonal treats, a lot more on the sweet side than the savory side. Just set your expectations. If you're not going to a party, there's probably not going to be as much holiday food as you might be expecting. Now, the one park where you are going to be absolutely stuffed to the brim on holiday food and the best way to get seasonal snacks is absolutely to experience EPCOT's Festival of Holidays. This is one of those EPCOT food festivals. It kicks off on November 28th, and each country will have their own stand, and yes, they'll be loaded up with all holiday goodies. I love the food at Festival of Holidays. A lot of this food is returning favorites from years past. It's also really fun if you want to go on the cookie stroll. You can go from country to country eating holiday treats, and you can collect stamps as you go. If you're gonna be at the parks starting on November 28th, you absolutely gotta stamp Festival of Holidays into your must-do list. One of the other special holiday meals that comes around this time is at Hollywood and Vine. So this is a place where they do character meals, which means the characters will come up to you while you're eating, and this time, yep, you guessed it, they're all in their holiday outfits. The character dining meals, the kind of gotcha on them is their one fixed price. So that means for adults, that's $64 per head, and then for kids, it's $44. The food at Hollywood and Vine, it's not gonna be the peak. It's not gonna be your peak culinary options, okay? And these meals are also expensive. So of your seasonal snack options, I'm gonna say save those dollars and calories for EPCOT, skip Hollywood and Vine. All the other seasonal snacks, the ones at the park or the party exclusive ones, some of those are gonna be hits, some of those are gonna be misses, but that's kind of the fun part of your vacation. Experiment, try some. Number 6, ride overlays. So I am a rides girly through and through. As much as I love to eat at the parks, the rides are really why I come to Disney World. And the cool thing about the holidays is that some seasonal ride overlays come that change the rides we know and love and make them a little different. At the Magic Kingdom, the Jungle Cruise is transformed into the Jingle Cruise. This is so darn fun. The skippers will be wearing festive outfits. The ride itself is actually gonna be decorated. You're gonna see Christmas presents scattered throughout your boat cruise. The jokes are all gonna be seasonal laughs. This is so fun. You absolutely have to do this. The Jingle Cruise does make the already kind of long ride line for Jungle Cruise, well, even longer. But the good news is you can grab a Lightning Lane pass to this if you have Lightning Lane multi-pass, or rope drop it, always another great option. The Jungle Cruise is always a blast, but with this holiday overlay, I think it's even more special. Heading over to EPCOT, my absolute #1 ride for the holiday season is Living with the Land, the Glimmering Greenhouses. This is so freaking magical. So I personally love Living with the Land. I am an unapologetic stan for this ride. I will defend this ride all day, every day, even though some people think it's weird or boring. But during the holiday season, Living with the Land, it finally gets the ride line wait times that it deserves, okay? So people will line up for this one, and that's because it is absolutely fantastic. The whole ride is transformed with Christmas lights and Christmas plants. It really is a lot better at nighttime, so I definitely recommend doing this one in the evening, but it is just stunning. It's absolutely gorgeous. Even a 30 or 40-minute wait for this ride, it's so good. Absolute 100% must for your vacation. Do it. If you're heading to Mickey's Very Merry, there are some additional ride overlay options. My quick must for you, I would say that Space Mountain is worth it because they put the lights on during this one, which is a very unique and very cool experience. And the Tomorrowland Speedway, another one that falls in the, yeah, it's worth it because they add a lot of cool visuals to the ride track itself. On the Mickey's Very Merry ride exclusives, the ones that I think you can skip, well, the Teacups and Monsters Laugh Floor, honestly, the ride updates for that are kind of minor. Number 7, holiday decor at the resorts. One of the unique things that happens at this time of year is that people get so interested and excited about the Disney World holiday decor that they'll actually go resort hopping. They'll go from resort to resort to see what all the holiday decorations look like. And they are truly spectacularly decorated. Usually the Grand Floridian looks incredible. Animal Kingdom looks really, really rad. The Wilderness Lodge. Each hotel kind of has its own flavor of holiday decorations. And it's fun. If you've got like a down day and you don't know what else to do, this can be a fun time filler. Typically every year at the deluxe resorts, I'm gonna list which ones those are on the screen for you, there are incredible gingerbread houses that come to the resorts. And the real one that usually takes the crown for this is the gingerbread house at the Grand Floridian, because it's usually huge. Well, for 2025, the Grand Floridian is not gonna have its own gingerbread house this year. That's because of some construction that's happening. On the, is this option a good idea or not? If you're someone who's super holiday decor obsessed, it's definitely really a fun afternoon to see all the different decorations. That being said, logistically, it's a lot more difficult to get from resort to resort than you might think at Disney World. The transit's not really set up for it, so unless you have your own car and or an Uber, yeah, it's kind of a logistical nightmare to get to anywhere besides things on the monorail loop. Given this year that the Grand Floridian is missing its gingerbread house, and given all the logistical challenges of how hard it is to do, I think you can feel free to deprioritize this one in your holiday schedule. Save it for another year where you're gonna get to see what is truly the amazing Grand Floridian gingerbread house. But if you got a free afternoon without a park ticket, go ahead and roll it. Disney World as a way to spend your Christmas vacation, well, yeah, I'm gonna say that's a 10 out of 10, okay? That is worth it every single year. Hopefully now you've got a better plan for your Disney World holiday trip for 2025 of exactly what you wanna add to your to-do list. I'll see you back here next week with another video loaded with reviews and tips for your fandom adventures. I'll see you then, and as always, remember, fandom is for any age.